You guys want to say hi to YouTube? Hi YouTube, welcome on in. Dude, we've had a fantastic stream. We just finished Madoka Magica, which has been a hell of a journey, if I do so myself. Um, while saying this, we are coming through to the end of March here as well. As long as this is recorded, it might come out some other time on YouTube, let's be real. But that's a-okay. We literally knocked through a bunch of episodes, and we're still going to go ahead and knock through a bunch of episodes and finish Sangatsu no Lion. I am beyond happy to see the progress that this show has done. Like, in terms of storytelling, character development, all of that has blown me away. And it's been one of the few shows that has made me say, I fucked up. It's been one of the few shows that has made me say, I took so many tropes from all the other shows and brought it into this show, and it completely threw off the first two episodes a little bit, where I was just like, oh, it might be this, it might be that. But realistically, once you settle down and you take it in for what it is, and you just enjoy the ride and what the journey it's trying to take you with, oh man, it's one hell of a feeler. So guys, we're gonna feel tonight. We're gonna talk tonight. I don't even know what this episode might be. We're doing this live on Twitch. So come on, join us every Friday and Sunday. We have some amazing individuals here, like Reika the Shark, Caius Kamaris, Ophelia Rosecrux, 101 individuals here that are amazing content creators. So if you guys want to come on over, show some love and support, either to myself or to these individuals, come and show some love, guys. I know that like we have a lot of support from a lot of people for like the light novels and whatnot, but I want to make sure that you guys know that every show that we watch is important, and every person that interacts with those shows, you're seen and heard and understood, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be eating my pan dulce as we go through this show, so heads up in case you see me stuffing my face. And there's Sharky. Oh, Reika so cute. Reika, how about next week we do an interview though? How about that? How about we have a casual conversation next week, Reika? I think that'd be cool. Like on a Sunday or something. Anyway, if you're down. Sounds good. Appreciate it, Callan. No worries. Use me as background music. I appreciate it. I thought it was his apartment. I was about to freak out. Oh man. Okay, I didn't know this was a flashback. I thought it was his apartment. I was legit about to fucking scream. How did she get all the way up there? How I was literally about to yell, dude. Like, how did she get all the way up there? Did she like was she just like jumping up like monster style to get up to where he was in that apartment? But okay, good. Flashback sequence. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, my heart sank, but also ooh. Ooh. Hey yo. Hey yo.
京子はひびの入ったグラスみたいな女の子だった。いくら水を注いでも決して満たされることはなく、家族もいて容姿にも恵まれ、周りの人間を支配する力も持っているのに、それでもいつも飢えた獣みたいに寂しさに蝕まれていた。そしてそのグラスにひびを入れたのは他の誰でもなく、父親と。
Yeah, she has daddy issues. Let's be real. Let's be real. She has daddy issues, and I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. How do you deal with a person like this? They need therapy. 110%. They need to go to a therapist. Otherwise, they'll fall into the endless cycles of like relationship damage and literally bringing in baggage from the past or from unresolved trauma onto new relationships or that are formed or attachments that are made. In situations like this, one of the biggest things to go ahead and address is why they feel this way, right? So for example, don't touch me, but don't stray away from me. That for me is yelling someone that has some fucked up attachments, just being straight up. And you hear this all the time. Like, I love my boyfriend, but I hate my boyfriend. Or I love my partner, but I hate my partner. And you're like, okay, so then when did this happen? The majority of the time, you can trace it to detachments that happened when they were kids. Because that's the way that they were taught love. I'm only going to praise you when you do really good, but I'm not going to praise you when, you know, or even acknowledge your existence when you do bad. You don't exist to me unless you do good stuff. And so you always have to try and prove yourself in order to get this sort of acceptance or whatnot. So what does the sense of worth come from? And that's a big question. And that's one question that I would love to ask her. Her sense of worth for a long time came from her dad praising her. When she had enough and dad couldn't, like, wasn't giving it to her, she cracked. And that mask that she had, because we all wear masks and we all put on different masks when we're hanging out with different people, totally normal. I'm not going to go to, but some masks can get really heavy. And some masks can be a mask of you smiling and laughing, but inside you're crying. And sometimes those masks crack. They crack again, and they crack again into the tiny little pieces, and we're trying to put all these pieces back together and put tape on it and trying to hold a semblance of ourselves up for the world to see when that's not who we are. For me, looking in, I see a person who's been broken in multiple ways, right? Her attachment with their father and what I would call a healthy paratax, like, you know, a healthy paratax, a healthy way of putting someone up on a pedestal. Someone who's supposed to be a role model that loves and protects you and inspires you to grow better, broke. What self-image of herself does she have? Why is she going specifically for a lot older men who are as old as her father? We're throwing out some real fucking questions here, guys. Why is she going through and tormenting Ray like this? And by that, I mean, like, quite literally, she didn't have to go visit him in his apartment and tell him all of this stuff. Well, hi, what's up, friend? How you doing? We're talking about wearing mask in Sangatsu no Lying, and how having daddy issues, mommy issues, parental issues can cause us to sometimes fracture ourselves in multiple pieces. So a big question of identity is that. Thank you so much for the follow, Flywheel. I appreciate it. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. So when you think I can fix her, you send them to therapy instead. Yes, Kion. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. The number one mistake that we can make as people, I'm not even talking through a therapist's perspective right now, but as a person, is think that we can fix another person. We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make it drink. We have to put on our you know, if the plane is crashing, we have to put on our oxygen mask first before we help out others. In a situation like this, we as people, not even as therapists, I'm excluding that title for myself in general. If you're not a trained professional, do not try and help another person's mental health, because it could make it worse. The best thing that you can be is a friend and be there for them and allow them to vent, allow them to be themselves, and so on and so forth. But anything aside from that, it can go both ways. Not good. I'm being worn thin by my university. Oh, Finn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope that it picks up. I hope that it gets better, man. Is it because you're doing midterms, finals? What are you on? She knows Ray is memorized by her and she can control him. Yeah. But think about it this way as well, Liana. Why was he getting so worked up? Because of the guy that was dating her, right? It wasn't good. It's not like he loved her or anything like that. So she already has this whole system of power and control that, guess what? Let's be real. The dad doesn't even have that system of power and control over Ray. So why does she cling to it? Because guess what? She has something that her dad doesn't have. She has a way of getting at Ray that her dad doesn't have. And once you think about that, that fucking hurts. I've been through situations like that, and I feel like a majority of us have been through a situation like that, where a partner, an ex, or someone has a system of power and control over you in not a healthy way. Gotta get to work. Pat, I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Stay safe, man. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Genuinely. But that's exactly why I'm like, why is she clinging on to Ray? And that might be a big aspect why. Realistically, in a human way, that's why people cling on to systems of power and control. Because if she has control over Ray, she can hurt her dad. She can have some control over how her dad looks at her and interacts with her, right? Or looks at Ray and diminishes him and brings her up to bigger light. What's up, Smoke Mantra? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. How you doing, brother? And that's one big aspect through that. Another aspect is and this is something I love to ask all of my clients is number one, who hurt you? And number two, how are you filling yourself up? This could be with love, this could be with hate, despair, whatever it is. How are you filling yourself up? How are you patching the cracks in the glass that you have made? And this goes out to you guys. This is, oh man, what a concept to tackle on, like, right, starting off the show, man. Where's my soda? Bruh. Oh, thanks, Smoke. Yeah. Yeah. To her dad, yeah. I hate to put it this way because my heart is breaking. In situations like this, I'm gonna be straight up with you. A lot of clients that I've seen that go through something similar like this end up in some of the hardest relationships out there, like domestic violence situations, because at least they feel somewhat of love from the person they're with. You know, at least they're getting somewhat of an emotion out of their partner. Fuck, dude. Like, this brings back, it makes me feel so much shit. Like, there's so many stories I wish I could say. There's so many stories that I hear every day from clients. And so many times where we've had to step up and, you know, hear from the worst things that you guys can ever possibly imagine to some of the best things. And almost every time, whenever it's a big fracture of self, whenever it's a rebranding of self as a loser, as pathetic, as no one loves me, as whatever, it's followed by big actions that ultimately cause harm to everyone, because at least it's an emotion that they can feel, you know? And it's like, it's that fight or flight scenario that when everything's broken, what are you gonna do? You're trying to feel something, you're trying to feel loved, and even if that person is 80, 90 years older than you, or, you know, or, and yes, I'm shooting old, I'm also shooting younger and whatnot. There are people, like, you know, you're like, yes, I know I'm being manipulated, but at least someone cares about me. And it's like, oh, man, it hurts. Like, my heart is just... Have a good night, Ileana. I appreciate you so much. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Have a great week, by the way. As an older sitting, as I'm creating too high standards with my family where this could happen. But my thing is, like, even appreciating, like, the younger members of the family for what they're doing, right and or wrong. Sounds good, Fran. Be safe, man. Have a good night. Hope to see you again on Friday, man. Oh.
どこへ行っても心配する人はいないから。でも姉さんは違う。父さんが姉さんのことを大事じゃないわけがないじゃないか。
Ray is too good. Ray is too good.
午前10時、対局が始まる。獅子王戦、挑戦者決定トーナメント決勝戦、3番勝負の初戦。今頃特別対局室で、あの二人が静かに向かい合っている。
Yeah? Well, I mean, because Ray is leaving her, but that's also why that anxious attachment comes back in, right? Kind of like Rudy with Sophie. I mean, there was some sort of dependency with that, with the whole her coming into bed with him. But if we're gonna be realistic, him leaving, her anxious attachment comes in, and she has to go see what he's doing. She has to go and like bring something out of him. That's why I'm like,
僕は島田さんと対局してる時、不思議な感覚に襲われた。樹海に踏み込んでしまったような、圧倒的な何かに絡め取られてゆくような、音もなく静かに締め付けられてゆくような。彼は後藤に対してどんな勝負に出るのだろうか。先生、3月分の欠席届を。
おー、桐山、見てみろ、すげえぞ。開始2時間でこれだよ。
これは
2 hours in. The visuals, man. This is...
そこまでの数手を見ただけで、重い骨と骨のぶつかり合う鈍い音が聞こえた気がした。
重厚が売りの2人がどう出るかと思ったら、ガチンコの殴り合いときたもんだ。いやー、来てるな。行ってくれば。
Oh shit.
どこへ
Oh shit.
でも
タイトル戦じゃないから更新不定期なんだ、このブログ。直接行ってみた方が勉強になるんじゃないか。
でも
Dude, what a phenomenal teacher. And I wish more teachers were like this. Not so much the absences, but just like promoting students to go ahead and learn and be interested about certain things and pushing them to like expand their horizons like that. Instead, we have a lot of teachers who just tell you to fall in line, you know, or shut up and be quiet. Dude, this show's just something else, man. Who cares, man? Yeah. Really the best teacher every episode, yeah. Oh.
Oh, Kiriyama. Kiriyama.
They're all waiting for him. Oh.
4三金左？嘘だろ。こんな島田さん見たことねえよ。え？ここで隠してんのかよ。俺だってこんな兄じゃ見たことないよ。
特別対局室から暗い廊下を伝わって、2人の気配がこの部屋までにじみ込んでくる気がした。
This is gonna sound weird, and I know it's gonna sound really, really weird. Every piece, the sound that they make has a lot of weight. And I think this is why I love this show. Because everything in the show has weight to it. The pieces, the sliding doors, him running, his shoes, or like a car passing by. Everything has weight which grounds this show. Like, if we were to just take it, yeah, even the lines of animation, yeah, that's why I'm like, dude, this just makes the show and like brings you in. Psychologically speaking, just like through whatnot, it's like they're using everything well, dude. They're using like character dynamics well, the positioning of the character, even through their directorial sort of point of view. Camera's heavier towards the bottom right? So you're putting more of a, wow, this, dude, every single time I'm like, this show's just heavy, and I think I know why it's heavy. It's the way that it's like everything's done around it, but it amplifies it so well. I am astonished. Astonished. Oh.
Nanda? どこが何が違うんだ? 一手一手にどうしてこんなに引き込まれる?
Because you're thinking through their pieces.
かけてきた時間の長さか、積み重ねた経験の厚さか、引き換えにしてきたものの重さか、それともそれ全部か。そうだ、これは自分を信頼している人間同士の戦いなのだ。終局は9時。153手で島田八段の投了。獅子王戦決勝トーナメント3番勝負の初戦はまず、後藤九段の白星で幕が上がった。
9 p.m. and they started in school time. That was like a what, 6-hour match or longer than 6 hours? Bruh. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
変わんないわね、ここ。新規臭い建物。大嫌いだった。この暗い通りも、ジメジメした神社も。
姉さ
ん。よ、これはストーカーがお揃いで。京子、なんで来た？
だって。
お前さ、俺に当たる気満々だったけどさ、どうだった？島田強かったろ。永久舐めてんじゃねえぞ。
Break him, break him.
本当に出ていくの？
離れたくなかった。
ねえ、待って。逃げるんだ。私から。
Yeah.
でも、もう一緒にはいられなかった。早く大人になりたかった。自分の足で立てるようにならなければ。大事な人たちを。
You know what would have helped you outright communication? I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Because that's a lot of guilt and responsibility he just threw on himself. Let's be honest, sometimes the people that have gone through the most in life are often the most empathetic. Right? Because they've gone through a lot of shit, a lot of stuff in life, and they can empathize with others. And often take on too many responsibilities, too much of other people's journeys as well, too much of their traumas and issues, and try to help them and fix them. Because in a way they've been through something similar, or because they want others to go ahead and not go through whatever they've gone through. Man.
守れないと思ったから。
ああ、負けた。一手損角換わりで先手を取ろうとしたら、あんやろ即応戦してきやがった。危機として。やっぱ強えや、あのさん。声し顔。
His face is scary.
上にさらに大人げもねえ。でも次は絶対に負けない。
Oh, let's go.
はい。もちろんです、兄者。
You see, and automatically, this just got me on Shimada's side. Thanks so much for the Hydra Raccoon. Appreciate it. This automatically got me on Shimada's side. Like, this entire episode has just been an incredible build-up towards getting us to, like, see that, like, you know, through the heaviness, there is light. And even in the dark scenes, it is funny, and the light scenes are kind of darker. Oof.
なるほどな。
Shimada is just a goat.
娘っ子の前でそんな短歌切っといて、本命の前で撃沈だろ。
Oh.
そんなお前、男子としてそれやな。
俺だったら腹切るね。俺なら肩眉剃り落として山にこぼるね。
そんなかっこ悪いことかな。 気にすること全然ないのに。
Yeah, but her pride, man.
本当に頑張ったんだと思う、レイちゃんなら。それでダメだったとしても誰も笑わないのに。
その通り。恥なんて書いてなんぼだ。失敗したってことは挑戦したってことだからな。何にもやんねえで他人のこと笑っている人生よりずっとまともだ。ただ坊主はまだ若いしクソ真面目だからな。
Man, the old man dropping some fucking facts, bro. He dropping some facts right now. Well, the concept, sometimes people love to focus on just the concepts of shame without realizing that sometimes we use these concepts to grow and learn, right? Even through our cringiest moments, we learn and we evolve as individuals. And sometimes we can be so hard-headed and so stupid that we use them to shame others as well. And it takes a lot of years of growth, it takes a lot of introspection to see that life, even through moments of disappointment and failure, don't take it too seriously. Man, he's dropping some hardcore facts. I love it. Wow.
まあそこに目が行き過ぎちまったんだろうな。
また菓子パンとラーメンばっか食べてるんだ
Oh.
な。どうしたらいいんだろう。
Oh, dude.
ほっとくしかあるめえよ。仕事で書いた恥は仕事で取り返すほかねえからな。坊主が自分で取り返したって思えるまで自分で頑張るしかないだろう。なに、そのうち大人になりゃ嫌でも気づくさ。どんなやつでも一線でやっている人間で恥をかいたことのないやつなんていねえってことにな。
Yeah. My man going deep. My man going deep, deep.
島田、お前さ、なんか最近俺より年上に見えね
え。Hey, yo.
どこ見てんすか。そっちこそその胸板維持するの大変そうっすよね。ひっそりとジム通いですか。大変っすね、ナルシストは。
さてと
行きますか。
なんだろあの大人の風格。何話してんだろ。あれじゃかっこいい。
永久か。永久になれば自然に醸し出されるのか。
So they're going to the, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just trying to make sure I'm right on this one. They're going to go ahead and continue with the second round. Like, is it like 3 rounds to get into the next match? Or like the finals? Because I know some chess tournaments do this where it's multiple rounds, like it's multiple days and you gotta go through multiple rounds of a scenario like this. The best of 3, makes sense. Okay, yeah. That makes a lot more sense. To decide the challenger, fair.
俺今 B1 だけど永久になったらいきなり変わるのか。
変わんじゃねえ。きっと醸されるんじゃねえ。さあ行きましょう。対局始まっちゃいますよ。
うん、変わんないんじゃないかな君たち。そんな草むらから覗いてる限り。
第一次世界大戦が終わり、この辺りから初列強の生産力が回復すると
10時対局が始まる。
10.
獅子王戦挑戦者決定3番勝負。
Makes sense.
1局目は後藤九段の勝利。島田さんにはもう後がない。前回は意表をついてガチンコの殴り合いだったけど、今回はどんな戦いになるんだろう。見たくてたまらない。だけど
さあ、出席日数の計算結果が出ましたよ。
Oh, here we go.
はい、もう風邪をひくことも盲腸になることもできないことが判明しました。あと2回は順位戦で休むことが決まっているから、それは仕方ないとして、万が一どれかトーナメントで1個でも勝ち進んじゃうと崖っぷちです。それと何かあった時のために学年末のテストはなるべく平均点超え目指してね。それとテストの範囲なんだけど、 友達に聞けって言うと友達探してる間に試験終わっちゃうから。
Bruh.
先生、代わりに全部の先生に聞いといてあげたから。はい、しっかりね。辛いぞ、2回ダブりは。
That's some tough stuff, dude. The teacher just comes in like, I know he's being supportive, but we didn't need to include the roast. Hey, yo, teach. Teach.
その通りです。本当に助かります。でもなんだろう、この気持ち。
Meanwhile. Slugfest.
がっぷりだよ。っていうか、前回よりさらに力任せだよ。しかも
8 hours.
よりによって両者入玉だよ。もうやめようよ。大人げないよ。
こうなりゃ入玉しときゃ勝ちじゃんみたいなのどうなのそれ。
Bruh. $11 hours. 11-hour match. Bro, I can't even game for... Oh, I can game for 11 hours, but still, like, in one match, bro? Also, do you think they have time for food or no? Because I know, like, for example, in chess, and I think like you can go pee and whatnot, but they just don't want you to use your phone or what, like, you know, certain things like that. But the clock, if it's a time match, the clock is running down. So that's one thing I'm wondering about this is what strict prohibitions do they have? They can eat if they want. Okay. But are there any provisions to check, especially for like devices? Because there's a famous butt plug thing or anal beads that vibrate and gave code apparently, you know, supposedly. In that one chess tournament against Magnus. But when it comes to the game, to this game's particular, are there any things like that, like computerized things or cheating or anything like that? And I bring this up as a concept because I'm like, these games can go on pretty long, right? So it's either a mental fortitude game to see who can go out and last the longest and stay calm, or it's literally a technical game as well, right? So it's like multiple instances or factions combined, and for me this is oof. He did it. Let's go. Let's go. Shimada took that W. At what cost, though? At what cost, brother?
どうした、ボー。
あ、いえ、桐山から返信がなくて。
そっか。勝ち割りすぎちゃったかな、あん時。
That's a true best friend, though. Let's be real.
ボーはさ、なんでそんな桐山によくしてやろうとするんだ。
桐山こそが僕の頭をかち割って泥の中から出してくれたと思うからです。
Oh, he helped me, so I helped
過
him.
ごすことが多かった自分には盤上で強くなることだけが心を支えるすべてでした。
Yeah.
そうやって同年代のみんなが楽しく外で遊び回っているのを横目で見ながら将棋だけに没頭を続けて、なのに強くなればなるほど弱い対戦相手が全て努力を放棄した卑怯者に思えて、悔しくて腹が立ってイライラして、そんな自我の塊になり果てていた時、
これ
Oh.
水。
My thing is sometimes getting a reality checked is a big step, dude. Like, it takes even the smallest instinct or the smallest. Sometimes our ego can get the best of us, and sometimes our own cognitive distortions allow our thoughts to make some horrible decisions. So sometimes getting called out is the way to go, right? To make some friendships stronger and everything in between.
桐山に出会って頭をかち割られて救われたんです。あ、俺より強いやつがいる。俺より努力した人間がいる。俺は一人ぼっちじゃないんだ。
そっか。うん。わかるよ。なんとなく。それ。
ちょっと待ってよ。ねえ。
ん？
ねえったら。ねえ。
Bruh. Just leave her out there.
もう知らないんだからね。
誠、確か最大。誰それ？ジンジャン、しかも若。
Shimada, you don't want to even get close to Shimada. Take a step back, brother.
なんだろう、この敗北感。いやー、なんのまだこれ式。さあもう絶対次も勝つ。サボ、早速帰って次の対策練りまくるぞ。
わーい、さすが、それでこそ兄者です。
Oh, they pair so well together. They pair so well together. My heart just goes out to them, dude.
ごめん、すでに2日足りてなかった。
I was already 2 days short.
先生。
Oh.
なんか本当にもう。
Oh, the
すみ
teacher.
ません。
Okay, let me pause this. This show, man, time and time again, like I can't even express it. This show's just been one of those few things where we watch and there's moments of situations and deepness I didn't think would ever be explored in a show about mask, about breakage, about, you know, how we view one another and all of these things. Like, wow. Like time and time again, I'm saying this show just blows my mind, and it's holy bananas. Holy bananas, ladies and gentlemen. So far this show might break into my UR rating. This show might literally break into my UR rating or something like that. That's insane, guys. That's absolutely insane. Like, But how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I will say, YouTube, what do you guys think about a situation like this? Do you think in terms of it might do LR rating is Moshiko Tensei ReZero. This is breaking the UR rating, which is just underneath that. It might break into LR. It might break into LR by the end of the season. I'm thinking, also YouTube, like, how's your journey been so far? And did you guys watch this all in one chunk, or did you guys take it episode by episode? Because the more I'm looking at this, the more that I feel like I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. The more that I feel that this is a mirror that's being held up. The more that I feel that this is quite literally a mirror that's being held up, and look, this is masterfully like a form of depression and trauma and all of these things, and you're gonna get hit, and it's gonna hurt, and so it might trigger some moments in you that you're not comfortable for, that you're not ready for. That's where my heart is, man. I need to take my time with this. Yeah, no, this show is one that if you're not careful, man, it'll steamroll you, and it'll steamroll you in many different directions. And that's why I'm like, for me, that's something that I genuinely want to know for everyone that watches on YouTube, and for you guys as well. Like, how has your journey been with it, and how do you guys plan on proceeding? Also, guys, hey, if you guys are on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. We do this every Friday and Sunday. If not for this series, for any other series out there, you guys get to go ahead and vote on it. That's the beauty of this channel, is people like to think that we dictate everything in, but we have an anime of the month, and we all talk about, analyze the anime, and we pick various anime throughout the stream chosen by you guys here on chat. Guys, we are 30 away from 1700. You guys are absolutely amazing individuals. I appreciate you guys all, every single day. And 1700 here on Twitch, by the way. I can't say that enough. You guys make my day, and every single time I stream, I count myself lucky. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. All right, guys,